Stowaway is the brand new Netflix original film. It's dropped today, April 22nd, 2021. It stars Shamir Anderson, Anna Kendrick, Daniel Day Kim, and Toni Collette. The film is an hour and 56 minutes and is TV matured for language. And the film is about three astronauts played by Kendrick, Day Kim, and Collette, who are on a 2-year mission to Mars when an unexpected person who they thought was not on the ship, played by Anderson, risked the lives of everyone on this mission. My name is Max, and welcome back to a brand new Netflix review here on Max Talks Movies. And it's been a long time since it's a 2-week break between new Netflix releases with Thunder Force, and now we're going into Stowaway, which is a film that no one really is talking about at the moment. Didn't really see a lot of press for the movie. It's not even on it. It's on Netflix's Wikipedia page for upcoming Netflix films. So let's get into this film. Before I start actually with the film, please hit the thumbs up, and that's the like button. That's the best way to support this YouTube channel at the moment. Please, everyone, hit that like button right now if you're joining for this review. Also, please subscribe and ring the bell if you're new to the channel. I do movie reviews like these, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, and movie rankings. If you like any one of those things, please consider subscribing and ring that bell for some notifications. Also, if you're watching this review right now, let me know your thoughts on Stowaway. Have you seen the trailer? Will you check this one out this weekend on Netflix? And also, if you've already seen this film, tell me, is this one of your favorites of the year, least favorite? Where's the rank for you overall in the year? And do you think this is better than what the critics or audiences are saying? So let's get into my review. So as I said, I had no idea this movie was coming out until yesterday. I didn't see a trailer. I knew the cast. And I saw the poster. I saw it was a space movie. So I was like, well, Netflix had a space movie last year called The Midnight Sky, which was George Clooney's movie where he directed, wrote, and starred in that movie. There's always space movies every year, and some fall into the same category, and some move past the needle and have its own unique take. This cast is extremely solid with really good actors like Toni Collette, who is amazing in everything. Daniel Day Kim is an excellent, underrated actor. Anna Kendrick, for me, is more of a mixed bag. Sometimes I really enjoy her in things like Love Life and Pitch Perfect and Noelle, and then other things where I don't think Anna Kendrick works at all. And then Shamir Anderson, who this is the first time seeing him act at all. So I'm pretty intrigued. It's a space movie, and you have to go into this movie knowing what it is. It's a space movie. It is probably going to be slow paced. Now let's get into my positives first with the film, and that really is this cast. It's a really good cast, really well acted, especially from two main actors. Now, Anna Kendrick is really the main character, and I'll say my negatives, but the two positives for me are Daniel Day Kim and Shamir Anderson. I thought that Daniel Day Kim was easily the best character development in the entire film. You actually got his motive on why he makes certain decisions throughout the film. He's a researcher who's trying to work stuff on Mars, and he has to sacrifice a lot to have this mission go as successful as it can. And his performance is really excellent. He's a really underrated actor in Hollywood. Obviously, I knew him in Lost, but you don't really see Daniel Day Kim in that many things, and so it's great to see him pop up in really a co-lead role in this film. And his character, for me, got the most emotion out of me throughout the entire film. You kind of got where he was coming from. And I thought Shamir Anderson was really great in the film. He showed a lot of his range as an actor. There were some real serious, tense moments with his character. There was some real sadness with his character, and there's also some real joy with his character. And I thought that his performance really brought that out of a character who, again, needed a little bit more development. I also think the film looks really good. It looks like a space movie, looks very well done. The visual effects are really excellent in the film. The score is solid as well. Nothing special with both those things, but those are your typical space movies that have a good score and the space looks good. For the most part. And I was actually kind of intrigued with the story once Shamir Anderson's character got involved. As I said, I had no idea what the plot was of the movie. So when he came in, I was like, here we go with the plot. And again, his character offered a lot of authenticity with the role. You kind of could put yourself in his shoes and understand what he is going through in this situation. So again, I thought that, again, the acting is good. Toni Collette is really good in the movie, just she isn't in it that much. And Anna Kendrick is good in the movie. I thought her character did not help Anna Kendrick out at all. I thought she really is the lead of the movie. I thought Anna Kendrick was actually solid in the film. I just wish we got more out of her character. Now let's talk about my negatives, because I'm going to talk about some of my positives, but it's weird that I'm trying to talk about my positives, but also trying to weave in my negatives. So for me, My main issue with the movie is that I was quite bored with this movie. It's a 2-hour film that feels 2.5 hours maybe to me. The film just didn't engage me. They really set up a lot of stuff to happen, and when the big thing happens at the end of the movie, it feels very anticlimactic, which I thought was a huge disappointment because I didn't feel any emotion for what happens in the third act of the film. Even though I thought the second half of the movie was a lot stronger than the first half, I thought I was really not enjoying this movie at all in the first 20 minutes of the movie. The first 20 minutes of the movie literally is just them. And what I'll say is, actually, before I get into that, what I liked about the movie is that that felt unique was that it doesn't just give these characters their own storylines on Earth and then they go to space and have to deal with problems. This movie starts with them in the ship on their way to Mars. They're never on Earth the entire movie. And also, we're never on Earth the entire film. We see characters interacting with a company. I forgot what it's called. It's very similar to NASA that they're communicating with throughout the film, but you never hear a person communicating with them. We're basically mute. We just hear Toni Collette talking with them the entire time. And we hear just Toni Collette responding to their questions. We don't hear anyone. So these are literally the only 4 people in the entire film. We're never on Earth. We see Earth from a distance, but we're never actually physically on Earth the entire film. We're in space the entire film, which is very unique to space movies. But for me, the first 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the movie until Shamir Anderson's character comes on screen, it was like been there, done that space movie. And it didn't feel unique at all, other than it just started, we're in space. Again, another issue movie that we didn't get deep at all with any of the characters. It was very by the numbers space movie where Toni Collette plays the commander, Daniel Day Kim is the researcher, the scientist, and Kendrick is there for medical purposes. And it just feels like you've seen space movies like that before. And while Daniel Day Kim definitely has the most fleshing out, that's all you get from these characters, especially Toni Collette, who really doesn't get anything to work with. Her script is just telling people what to do because she's the commander. She really doesn't get a lot of depth at all. You have no background on really any of these characters. The really only character you have background on is Anderson's character with his relationship with his sister back on Earth, but that's about it. And we have a scene where they're getting interviewed and they kind of talk about why they chose to be on the mission, but you still don't care that much emotionally with the characters as much as they feel, because the third act can be at times quite epic, which I thought was a good move for the film to have. It's a space movie, make it epic, especially the ending of the film. But for a film to completely be epic, you need that swelling of emotion that you care about certain character decision and moments. And for me, I just didn't care about these characters as not much. And that was a huge disappointment with the film. It felt like they had a great plot in there about Anderson's character being put into this mission. Of course, not every mission is going to go swimmingly, and how you fix that. But you get no explanation why Anderson even is on the ship in the first place. They said, well, he just worked there. There was no explanation why he got injured, why he's on the ship in the first place. And I thought that was also a huge misfire, is that once a character tells him something, his character gets pretty much forgotten about script-wise the rest of the movie, and that was a huge disappointment. So overall, guys, Stowaway is not a terrible movie at all, but it really, for me, isn't a good movie. I was quite bored watching the movie. The acting is great, the visuals are really good, the score is good, but I feel like the film could have been really good if it just had more tidier of a script and characters that I actually cared about. So overall, I'm going to give Stowaway a 2.5 out of 5, guys. I'm going to give this a 53%. It's an average film for me. It's going to be one of the more forgettable movies that I see all year. But overall, if you like space movies, you'll know it's a slow movie. And if you know that heading in, maybe you'll find some enjoyment in it. Critics have this at 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm obviously below that. So let me know your thoughts of Stowaway in the comment section down below. If you have seen it, let me know if you agree, disagree with my opinion. Do you hate this movie? Do you actually love the movie? Let's have a fun discussion. I respond to all your comments as well. And if you have not seen the movie, tell me, based on my recommendation, will you check this one out this weekend on Netflix? If you like the video, subscribe. I have 3 reviews coming tomorrow. My spoiler review of the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier will be tomorrow. My spoiler review of episode 7 of Invincible will come tomorrow. In my non-spoiler review, I am seeing Mortal Kombat in IMAX tomorrow. Once I'm done with that film, I'll come back, review the film, and let you know. So 3 reviews coming tomorrow. So you got to ring that bell for notifications on when my reviews drop for those 3 projects. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. Subscribe. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.